gentlemen, we are here, we are now, we are today. Welcome back to your boy Brandon Groce's live stream. I'm super excited about today, man. It is, what is today? I was like, I'm super excited about what today is, and I was like, what is, I have no idea. Today's Friday, guys, which means it is the weekend, but for those of you guys who have been hustling Monday through Friday, and is still going to be hustling during the weekend, I hope you guys have some time to rest. I'm super excited because I've been hauling tail. I'm sure as many of you guys in our Game Changers chat, we've been talking. A lot of you guys have a lot of freelance projects, and I hope you guys share some of that in our Discord. I think we had some people, we had Mo, we did have quite a few people share some stuff, and we might take a look at some of those things this morning. But as you guys know, first off, I just want to say hello to all you guys in the chat, because that's really why I'm here. I come here to talk, so I don't have to be alone and just design by myself. But I just want to thank you guys so much, as always, for coming out at this time to come in, relax, chill, and have coffee and tea with me while we learn things together. All right, what's going on, Jane? What's happening, Jamie? Calypso, what is happening? Indeed, it is Friday. We have Tom. What is going on, Tom? How you feeling? We have Jorge. What is good, my friend? We have Ricky. Oh, yes. We have the squad. We have the squad indeed. All right, guys. So as you guys know, listen, we have a wonderful group chat here. We are the Game Changers. And actually, I would like to take like a head count really quick. Who here is from the Game Changers and who is not? Put 1 in the chat. If you're from Game Changers, put 2 in the chat if you're not and this is your first time here. Regardless, if you're here, you are a Game Changer and welcome. I was peeking through. I really love how our chat is really growing. We have some new people. We have Nitin, we have Jane. I really like how, you know, when new people come in, and even if I'm doing something else, we really, you know, I was about to say indoctrinate, and I was like, that sounds like a cult. But we bring people in and we try to get to know them. We ask questions, and we're very respectful of the people who come into our chat. And I just want to thank you guys for being so homey and welcoming to those who join our group, because that's something I never ask, and that's how I just know, you know, our group is comprised of really good people. It's just because, you know, even if I weren't there at all, not saying that that's going to be the case, but just the respect and the feedback and you know, just the time that you take with one another to learn about each other and also to push one another, I really do appreciate that. And that's hard to find in today's world. So I just want to say thank you to you guys. And also, if you're not part of the community, that's what you can look forward to. All right, but let's take a look. We did have, because I wanted to check on this, there was quite a few people who popped some things into. Who put 3? Kyle, I'm done. Jorge, you're in Game Changers. Don't lie. Do not lie. Tom says, changing the game since '84. We are continuing to change the game, my friend. All right, but what was I gonna say? I forgot, guys. Today's channel, or today's episode, we're going to finish out our design. Finally, we can continue to go all the way to 11 a.m. today. Per the usual that we have, it's just because the last 2 days we've had Adobe Live, and that, even though it was super awesome, we haven't been able to get to our challenge. And I think there's been a couple of submissions in our challenge. We had Jorge submit some amazing things, and I believe we have, you guys got to get up on your submissions, guys. You only have Hari Krish, and then we have Jorge. Y'all got to step it up. But however, I have to give it to you guys. You guys have been putting a lot of awesome things in regards to sharing your work. Jorge, I saw this morning, but let's scroll up, because we've had some things that I've missed that I just really wanted to point out, and that I love seeing this. One of the big things that I think stunts creatives is that we at sometimes get to a certain level and we get stumped and we stop and we start to look for clients if we're you know, at freelance, or maybe we get a job and then we stop doing, because we're comfortable, the thing that got us there to the first place. And again, I'm not saying all, I mean, I even find myself in this position too. But I just love to have you guys or a group of people together where our mindset is, hey, I don't know this. Let me go ahead and give it a try. Like, for example, Kyle was really, he's never stepped into XD before, and he was like, yo, you know, I just opened this up. This is kind of something that I kind of worked on. And the very fact that he, you know, decided to, hey, yo, I'm gonna try this, and even though my taste is up here and I know like what I made is really not the best, don't judge me, but I'm gonna put it out there for feedback to get better. I think that was really awesome. Kyle Mack with his eyes yet again. Jorge says that music plus the 5 coffees I had, I'm gonna be jumping off the roof. Love it. Hey, what's going on, Renan? Welcome to the chat, dude. It's been a while, my friend. Well, not been a while. Well, we slept over the night and now we're here again. But we're glad to have you. We had Splendor come up with some pretty awesome. He's building, I think let's see, he's building out a nice little website for himself. And here's the thing, regardless of this is day one stuff. Here's the thing, he brought in a very simple mock-up and was like, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. Next thing he did was like, hey, I'm gonna actually build this out. And so I love seeing the progress and the steps everyone is taking to, you know, even if it's ground zero, the fact that you guys had the audacity to share that shows that you have a mass amount of confidence in yourself. And I just love seeing the process that even though it's one step at a time, over time, just taking more and more steps, you guys are going to be awesome. Yeah, you guys don't sleep. You guys legitimately don't sleep. We had Vicus come in here. I was very surprised. This was a very clean case study. I went through this last night very quickly, and I was like, he has a lot of the data points needed. I was like, if anything, the one thing, I think this girl is in a lot of case studies. I've been going through a lot of my students' work, and I keep seeing this girl. I don't know why. I was like, is she, like, to the point where I'm like, is she a celebrity? And I'm like, I feel like I should know. But the one thing I was like, I would really love to see is dress it up more. You have all of your research, all of your steps in regards to what the process was. But I always, and Fergie, I think you might be in the chat here too. And guys, this is kind of, I just like to open up our live streams with talking, things that I've been thinking about through the night. And I hope that's okay with you. Please give me feedback if you guys would rather me not chat and get right into things. I just think, you know, with all the brain power that we have in our community, and all the things that we're all reading, all the things that we're sharing in our group, I would also love, you know, this is like my prime time to share my things, because in the chat, when it comes to the chat, like during the day, I'm like, I got like clients, we all have like client stuff to do. So I would love to, like, you know, when I come in and live stream, the stuff that I've read, the stuff that I've like learned throughout the day, to come and just like disperse it amongst our peoples, the game changers. And let me know if that's of, okay, Jamie likes the chit chat, Aaron likes the chit chat. Oh, what's going on, Aaron? Good to see you, man. Yeah, but I always like to have feedback, and you know, you're like, Brandon, yo, you talking way too much, like. But I really like case studies like, let's see if we can go find this out real quick. Because as you guys know, who's that? Who is that handsome man drinking that coffee? All right, let's go to mood boards real quick. This is a case study I show my students because it's so boiled down. There's a difference between this is the full research, right? Which is perfect. It shows me everything that you did in regards to this project. Now, this is a dressed up version. And we will go over how to do stuff like this in the future. I think it's very important. But this still talks about all of the different portions of a case study that this does, except it's shorter, it's much more succinct, and it's cleaner. It talks about, you know, what's special about this app, what are the project goals, what are the particular customers or audience saying. It talks about the people who are delivering the food and also the actual restaurants. It goes into the financials of why is this thing actually going to be profitable. actual timeline of how this project actually worked. Had some nice video visuals and even some GIFs to go with what exactly their product looked like. The onboarding, the login, the home screen. Now a lot of people will be like, well, Brandon, how do I make all this stuff? The thing is you don't make it. I tell all of my students that in the world that we are in, actually what I type it in Vato, there's so much stuff that you can buy for like 5, 6. All right, let's see. Are we back? My bad, guys. I opened up Dropbox. I was like, we got that good internet. All right, I can't show you guys. Or maybe instead of opening Dropbox, what I'm gonna do instead is I'll show you guys through Instagram. Oh my gosh. And if you guys follow UX Goodies, she is pregnant and very far along. All right, let's see if I can find this. So, for example, stuff like this. I didn't design any of this, like the presentation of this app. Actually, let's go to the end here. Like, I didn't design any of this video stuff. And the thing is that all I had to do was just upload my video to this mockup, and that was it. And like, it just makes the presentation of my app so much cleaner. So I'd highly recommend that you guys, like, when you're building your prototypes or you want to really take that next step of presentation, like, just try to find things that you can download for like really cheap to really up your presentation of your designs. Anyway, long rant. I am sorry. Wait, Kyle says the sound is gone? Who says the sound is gone besides Kyle? Jorge says the mock. How much is the mock-up? Good question. How much was that mock-up? Jorge says it takes a while to do that in After Effects, to be honest. Yeah, I would never do any of that. It costs, let's see, let's go to downloads. Because I download quite a bit of stuff from here. I bought the dark version and the white version, and I can use this forever. It's $29. Yeah, so I just went in here, and it's pretty simple. You can put any video or photo in this, and it's really simple. When you open up in After Effects, literally there's like a file or a folder that says, hey, insert your photo or video here, and all you do is drag and drop your video, and then you render it, and you're done. You don't have to do anything but put your photo in there. So I highly recommend you guys check out things like this. There's a whole bunch of content like this for any type of thing. So it wasn't just that one. You can find cheaper ones. You can find more expensive ones. You can find really cool ones. So anyways, all right, rant over. Let's get into what we came here to do. Guys, also let me know if you guys are having any sound issues. If you're having sound issues, have no fear. I'm very sure, if you guys still want to be part of the conversation, Tom says everything sounds proper, but just in case, if you want, that link that I just put in the chat is only there if you guys, for whatever reason, have like sound issues, because Kyle always seems to have sound issues. Kyle, just hop onto YouTube. And we're live there and you guys can hear that. But the conversation isn't happening there. So if you guys want to stay in the chat, stay here. All right, let's open up XD. And I really have to learn like what I can and cannot do on my stream, because we got that good internet, you know what I'm saying? But really, when it comes to like opening things, like I opened Dropbox and the internet was like, what are you doing? All right, we're gonna go back to our projects, and I want to know how many of you guys in the chat are actually planning on submit. Ooh, there's another. Let's update that Anima. All right. How many of you guys are working on something to publish in this week's challenge? Oh, Jamie. Yeah, that is true. Ricky says, damn, $30 sounds like a steal. Dude, it is. Like, I don't understand why more people aren't using that, because it makes, even if you have like a horrible design, like even if you just had like, and I'm not even saying horrible, if you just had like a dot in the center of that animation, people who saw it would be like, yo, that's one hot dot. It's better than showing somebody like just the screen and the dot. It just dresses things up. All right, so where were we yesterday? So we were in the midst of this, and I remember that this was gonna be like our little video player. All right, let's see. So I'm gonna come here. We're gonna go back to the League of Legends. And Kyle, did you unmute? Jamie said, hey, what's going on, Umacorn? Welcome. Glad to have you. What are you up to today, Umacorn? Actually, oh my God, I'm so rude. What are you guys up to today in general? Today is Friday. What are the plans? What's popping? This weekend, I can give you guys a little bit of insight into what I am doing. It is my aunt's birthday, and I haven't seen my grandmother, who is very, she's in it right now. My Nona, so we're gonna go visit her this weekend to celebrate. I'm gonna screenshot this because I just want to see all the content of this. You guys hearing my story from the other day was like, so I'm not even gonna lie. Literally, we used to, the story that you guys were hearing the other day, if you were here, about me working at my last company, where they literally would take screenshots and like drag them into a website and be like, hey developer, this is what the website needs to look like, go make it. And the only reason that they could do that is because they had all these elements already coded, so they could just be like, oh, we know where to get that, and they would just drag and drop from a developer standpoint. So things are just really streamlined there. That's why that stuff worked. And this guy's really creepy. I think I wanted to move him to the center or something, or over here. Move him to the back. Oops, to the back. I don't know. Yeah, this is a little odd. Jane says, no, I was late to the party and I haven't got to grip with XD yet. It's all good, Jane. Being late to the party, it's all good. I'm late all the time. I'm like always in last place. That means there's a lot more room for you to improve. We just have to acknowledge we're in last place. Ricky says, almost done with the challenge. Maybe tomorrow because I got to do a nice presentation. Ooh, man, Ricky, I hope you blow it out of the water. And Jane, it's okay. Even if you bring something to the table, I can't wait to see what you have put together. And here's the thing, you don't have to put it in XD. If you feel really good with Photoshop, hey, I will turn the blind eye. Ricky, you better watch out. Jane's gonna come for you and make something dope in Photoshop. Let's go. Ricky says, I'm actually doing the challenges we watch the stream. Love it. Renan, I have Muay Thai class at night and drink wine. No work till late night. Ooh, dude, how long have you been doing Muay Thai? I've done Muay Thai. I haven't practiced in like 5 years, but I've trained from the age of 8 to 18, 19. I have a brown belt in Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's awesome, dude. Tom says we're expecting a passing hurricane here in Miami Beach. Man, see, that's why I can't move over there. Y'all just fighting winds and water all day. The airbender is going crazy in the water over there. But I hope you stay safe, my man. Stay indoors. Grab some grass. Calypso says I'm planning to sleep 3 days without interruption. Just kidding. I have a lot of work. I would take the 3 days. I would take the 3 days. Jane, I'm serious. Power up Photoshop, crack something in there, and then just copy and paste it into XD. That's not cheating. That's being highly resourceful. Kyle says, last challenge, I made it in Illustrator. All good. Here's the thing, guys. XD is a standard program, but there's no such thing as cheating in the world as long as you get the result that you're trying to go for. One of my favorite quotes is by Jesse Ventura. And the quote goes like this. Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat. And I don't know, man, that really struck a good chord with me, because I was like, he's right on. And what time is it? How long have I been talking? That was like a 30-minute escapade. Let me turn off this border right quick. Wait, Tom says we're number 2, so we try harder. Avis? Who's Avis? Is that your favorite quote, Tom? Ron says, right now I'm doing Muay Thai since February and doing the boxing class since August, but also did Taekwondo from 12 to 14. That's what's up, man. I'm not gonna lie. So, talking about that, so I'm not dragging this in for the footer, guys. I'm just bringing it here so I don't have to keep going back and forth. I was looking on Facebook last night because this is how we do. I don't go on Facebook at all. But I wanted to check something, and something really weird occurred to me. I was looking at people from high school and like where they're at. Just because for some of you guys who are in our little like nighttime chat in our Discord, I always am comparing where am I in the universe compared to those around me, but in a direction. So for those, I'm very competitive, I guess. That's the simplest term to explain that my kind of behavior and what I'm trying to do. So, why is this italicized? I just want to, okay. And so what I was doing, I was just checking all the kids that like bullied me in high school, and I was just like, I was looking through their Facebook photos, and they were always going to parties and let me go back and do this because I'm not typing this and talking. Going to parties and stuff, and I'm not saying that like any of that was wrong. And then I was just like, that's actually, I didn't judge it by saying that. That's not my point of saying this. And then I looked at like my photos of like the entire time I've had Facebook, and I was like, oh wow, I didn't go to like a single party. I didn't really do anything. I just did I grew up in my dojo, basically, in my martial arts academy, and I was like, wow, that's literally like all my Facebook photos were. It was just like me training from like age, as soon as I got Facebook till, early 20s. Well, not late. I'm still in my 20s, but like early 20s, and I was like, oh wow, you can like, this was like a history. We're looking back in history almost. Like I went sequentially, and I was like, I've just been doing like, martial arts and discipline like things all my life, and I was like, wow, I've never even acknowledged that and appreciated that. And so I don't know why I'm telling you guys this story. I just thought it was interesting. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Arkham? Welcome from Pakistan. Welcome from my room in my home. What's up, dude? Glad to have you, my friend. Tom said Wing Chun Kung Fu. Yo, dude, that's awesome. I've always wanted to try that, and I just haven't yet. But it's in the cards. Wait, hold on, guys. I forgot why I was telling you guys my story. What was the purpose? This is why I need to have, like, when I talk, I need to have a paper, because I jump in like 12 rabbit holes, and then I don't know where I went. I just get lost in Neverland. I'm gonna try to grab these. Desktop. But guys, by the way, I'm not wearing retainers today. They're cleaning. So it doesn't sound like I'm slobbing. I'm not gonna lie, I was about to fight somebody last night. My teeth hurt so bad. Cause it's not retainers. My teeth have moved quite a bit from being straight. And so they're moving my teeth again. And man, I've been so irritable this week. If my cat even just looks at me wrong, I'm just like... I'm trying to find my folder. Did we agree that it deleted last time? I forget. Because I remember we did this. Oh, here it is. I just didn't name it. Oh, it's SVG? Ew. Alright. Nah. We'll save it. This time we got new. I'm just gonna add that in. And we're gonna see what happens. Because I actually haven't tried this. I haven't tried to bring in SVGs to... Oh, sweet. Alright, cool. SVG1, and then we're gonna save as another SVG. And we're gonna pop this open. I always feel like I'm like, guys, I'm gonna tell you a story. Halfway through, I forgot. I am the worst storyteller ever, dog. Oh god. Ron says, most of my photos on Facebook is me on wood legs. I don't know how things are called in English. Is that long wood legs that clowns use sometimes in circus? Oh, yeah. Totally. I don't know what the English word for that either. I guess stilts. Stilts. What are you doing on stilts? This is a serious question. Make sure that this stuff is aligned here. We got our things here. Oops. Brandon, you are the only designer using Windows in the hipster community. Respect. Well, here's the thing, man. This is the thing. This is where I think people are gonna get really messed up. You can't stream if you have a Mac to the top notch, and then we're building. Well, some of you guys haven't seen it. You guys haven't seen the full extent. I'm so excited, guys. I just was sent yesterday. I want to tell you, but I'm not gonna tell you. I received one of my scenes, and I was like, yo, that's hot. But with Mac, as soon as if y'all want to laugh at I just touched my tie. We have no. And clean that. How dare I disrespect the tie? What was I saying? had to do something with what, not stills, Windows, yes. You can't live stream like very hardcore things. Like, yeah, you can get away with some stuff, but like if you really want to have like good graphics for the stuff that I'm gonna do, and that hopefully you guys see in the next coming, you know, towards the middle of November, because there's one last scene that we need to have made, and then I can't wait. I really can't. It's gonna be hilarious. But it's been a long time coming, guys. Like, I needed to buy a PC because my Mac actually, it's on its last legs. I will never buy another Mac. I've been trying to figure out how to buy into the Windows marketplace. Reason being, or not just Windows, but like the Android. Like, the one thing that I really respect about Apple is its security and the way that it passes information from device to device. And that's, I'm not sure. I don't want to talk out the side of my cracks, but I don't know how that works with Windows. I've always had to be very careful and cognizant of what I'm doing on Windows, or I feel like I've had to, just because I feel like I've always had computers go down because of viruses. I really don't do anything outside of, I only work on this computer, so that's not a problem. And plus, we're all savvy when it comes to, like, if we're on the internet long enough, like what to click on and what not to click on. I still have a little bit of fears of like all the free fonts that I download. I'm like, I don't know what's in there. But yeah, I don't know. I do not know. Are you guys all on the Mac train? What's up? I need to scoot my chair in more. I'm starting to sit. Here we go. My back was starting to scream. It was like, it started as a low hum while we, whatchamacallit? Server status, support. Oops. And then we'll move esports pro site. Renan is saying, with the money you buy a Mac, you can buy 3 nice PCs or a car. I know, but see, that's the thing that I'm saying. Like, I'd rather, because here's the thing. As I'm continuing to do streaming, I'm looking at, I think what I might need, because of the type of power that my computer is going to be using for these scenes. I think I might need a rendering computer. Well, actually not really. I don't think so. Because I think only gamers do that, because they need to have a solo computer that runs the games at full res, and then they have a streaming computer next to it that streams all the content to the web. So I don't think we'll be needing that, but we might, depending on how much memory and CPU is taken up by what we're trying to render with all our different scenes. So we'll see. Riot logo. Kyle says Mac. Jamie says, about to purchase a new MacBook Pro. My 2011 is a little old. The battery is what? And it won't update anymore. Dang. See, I think they do that on purpose. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, if I were Apple, I totally would be like, look, listen. our products too good though? We need people to continuously buy more. Is there any way for, as time goes on, for our Macs to just go to shit? I totally would be that guy in Mac or in Apple. Ricky says always Windows. See, my man Ricky, you know what's up. Hey, what's going on, Mike? What's happening? He says, I like Apple security because someone might want to break into my computer and do all my work for me. But and do all my work for me, that would be awful. Yeah, see, security, Apple has, you know, I'm pretty satisfied with what they do in that regard. And it's gonna be even harder to move away from Apple because, man, when they come out with Apple Glass, that's gonna be game changing. Because I was like, who came out with that other mess? It was Google Glass. That was like the first version. And I was like, like, we all know that was bad. It was the first of its kind. It was the first mover's advantage, but that joint was trash. All I remember was just like news outlets taking shots at Google for, you know, people quote unquote recording when they shouldn't have been. I don't remember. Do you guys remember all that Google Glass mess in the news? Jane says, I've only used Windows all my internet life and only one virus in the past 16 years. Well, Jane, you need to teach me some lessons. But here's the thing. I think I haven't had a virus, you know, since, I think this is the problem. When I had PC, specifically when I was younger, I would, because who has money when they're, I mean, I had very little money, but it was only really for food at that point. But like, you know, we all needed Photoshop. We all wanted to like watch movies ahead of time. I did a lot of downloading things that I wanted to either play or video game wise. So I was doing a lot of torrents. And in those torrents, like, to what degree, or really, you know, you have people uploading those things, but you know, what is in them, or is there any tracking stuff inside of it? So that's really where my problem was. And now that I kind of don't do any of that anymore because now I have money, we don't have a problem. Ricky says, I started with Linux, then Mac, but due to how pricey Apple products are, I resorted to Windows. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. I'd rather have a Windows and then build a Hackintosh. A couple of my friends, I did have a Hackintosh when I was in, when I had my first PC. I'm gonna take the color of this phone. I also reduced this by like 50. Yeah, see, Brandon Hackintosh, yes. Hey, what's going on, Jebby? Hey, welcome Brandon and Jebby to the chat, guys. We have some new game changers along the way. Apple has become a satanic cult. I don't know about a cult, my dog. I don't know. What's Kyle out here putting the YouTube link? What is this? What is this? Renan says, when you copy an image to XD, it always works as a smart image. Are you guys hearing his voice in Behance Live? Jebby, can you not hear me? What are you guys talking about? Reverb, I have built all my PCs. Dude, I really need to figure out how to do that. Like, I'm so scared. I helped build one PC. And basically that consisted of me just holding the screwdrivers. I just remember, what is it? because we were building it on a carpet. We were building things on a carpet, and my person that was building the computer was just like, "Don't touch the carpet, dude." Like there was like this whole thing, like there was a whole bunch of preparations, and I was just like, "Is the computer done yet?" It's a lot of steps, man. I'd rather like pay for it to be built. Guys, you already know this. I'm like the laziest person out here. The only thing I do well is cracking jokes and figuring out how to get money to give people money to make the stuff that I want to make. Like for example, people are like, "Oh, you know what? We love your anime 24-hour stream," and I'm like, and then they're like, "Well, how did you make it?" And I was like, "I didn't make it. I didn't make it at all." Jane says, so that's where I escaped. Oh, that was bad. Wait, hold on. What is bad? What's happening? Is there something wrong with the stream? All right, so we have this thing. We're just gonna do our policy and whatever. Just very quickly. And you know how we do, we just copy and we zip paste. Hey, what's going on, Debbie? We can hear you. How's your day been, my friend? What's going on with you? However, we can't hear your voice. All right, let's see. We are gonna go over terms of service. You know what I want to do? So we were talking in our Oh, is he saying that the audio is messed up again? Mike says go to PC per doc. What is this? You trying to give me viruses out here? What is the leaderboard for? Oh, how to actually build. That's what this is. Oh, wow. And they give you like a list of what you need and the cost. This is actually really helpful. And for those of you guys who don't know what I'm looking at, Mike just sent what is a PC perspective HW leaderboard. I don't really know what any of that means, but my first PC build part 1, I'm assuming this is like, hey, this is the dream system. This is what is required. And I guess these videos help you figure out how to build them. That's actually really cool. Thanks for sharing that, man. I'm gonna have to bookmark that. Jebby says, no, I think the same thing and watch another live and be Hans. There was sound, but I come here in his live, there's no sound. Interesting. I wonder if it is, because Jamie was saying, and I did realize this too, like sometimes when you go to a new stream, the live gets silenced. And I don't really necessarily know why that is. I guess I gotta ask about that, because that is something that I found really strange. I mean, granted, I guess you don't want to just like pop in and just get like blasted with, you know, loud voices if the person's screaming. But how does Twitch work? Is Twitch on is Twitch silenced when you, is Twitch silenced when you guys log in and stuff? Or for those of you guys who have used Twitch? Oh, that's why you guys were talking about or sending YouTube. Jebby, here's my YouTube if you wanna oops. Oh, thank you. See, Jane, you were on. That brought the tear to my eye. Thank you so much. Hey, what's going on, Shaylee? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Glad to have you. Oops. All right, so what are we doing here? We need all these words that I'm really not trying to type. Let's see if hopefully they put them in a paragraph. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, so what we're gonna do is, this is like the chill music. I'm like slowly falling asleep. I'm gonna left line this, and then bring this down. Because now we're just gonna copy and paste the rest of this fantasy. And I think this is a very particular, what does that say? Mild suggestive themes? How do you say that about a video game? That is marketing at its finest. Mild suggestive themes. What does that even mean? That's hilarious. Alright. And let's see what font that is. Let's take a look. FF Mark. Alright, I'm pretty sure I have that. It's just Mark Pro. I really need to, let's go and do this. We're gonna download this, because it's bothering me that I don't have FF Mark. Yeah, there we go. Let me see. Let's hope I don't get a high risk. Download. Yeah, I don't know, Jebby. That's why we do both. Let's see. So we downloaded. Boom. Let's pop this baby open. It looks like I've opened more than once. Why is it in so deep? Install. Nope. Alright, looks like we already installed that one. Let's go back. I want the regular one. Let's see, we have, let's open this up a little bit. So this is the commercial, heavy, 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 medium. All right, let's do this one. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, bum, bum. Boom. It says I already got it installed. What in the world? Alright, let's go back here. Let's try to figure this out. Because I'm like, it says it's downloaded, but I don't have it. Guys, I don't know what's going on. Alright, we'll just leave it like this. I'm glad this song came in. I was like, my sleepiness was hitting in real quick, and I was just like, I was like, we need another coffee. Alright, let's see. I really wish this wasn't italic. Oh well, we'll leave it like that. We won't worry about that right now. Because I want to get to the cool stuff. I want to animate this baby. I'm not trying to be here messing and fighting words. You know what I'm saying? Alright, let's go to... We need to go to our plugins here. We need to go to icons. We're going to go to YouTube. I'm going to get these. Boom. Drag this in. We're going to make it white. But let me ask you guys this. Is the morning time better for you guys for streams, or what is like, because I know it's like super early for some of you guys, and then it's like perfect for the rest of you guys. what would be a better time? Because I really like the mornings because this is like when I'm most awake. Like compared to, I'm sure you guys have seen a little bit of a transformation. When I was streaming at later at night, like I felt drained. And Jebby, great question. So if you don't mind me asking, what is the stuff behind, or what is the subject for today? Great question. So if you would like to join, we have a Discord of the Game Changers, where today, or really that's this week, we have weekly challenges. And this week our challenge is to create or design a dashboard for a mobile or desktop product from a brand that we know and or love. And one of my favorite brands is League of Legends. And so we are creating a website, or recreating the website of one of our favorite characters from the video game. So that is what we are doing today, good sir. And I'm still a little off-put by this white cut. Not sure how I feel about that. I feel like it just needs to be like this all the way through. I have a feeling that should be the case. But we'll get back to that. So that's basically what we're doing, and then we are going to animate this baby, and more importantly, we're gonna bring this into Anima and make it a real site and get some animations there. So that's what I'm really excited about. Not just the fact that we're redesigning this, but we're gonna take it to that next level and make it a real moving and breathing site. Let's see, we're gonna throw this out. We're gonna go back to the website. There's Facebook, and then there's Twitter. The face of book. Pop this in right here. And drop this like that. And scale it. Let's see how large these circles. 29, 29. This is 29. This should be 29, 29. All right, we're gonna take the same color here. Oops. All right, take that. We're gonna take this. Time is just right. Tom says mornings are all good, less distraction in the AM. Tom says not. Thomas, get out of here, dog. Oh, God. Wait, Tom, what time is it over there, dude? It's like 6. It's like 3 or something where you are, man. Jebby says I got stuck on scrolling up Pat on mobile app design. What exactly does that mean? Yeah, 2 a.m. is a bit of a stretch. Dude, why are you up? What is going on? And I'm not even sure if you answer my DM, dog. I'm trying to get you to edit my videos. What's good? You don't even answer my questions, man. Just out here sad. Alright. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna turn these into the background color here just really quick. Boom, boom, boom. And guys, if you guys don't know Tom, he is an amazing producer of all things digital. I forgot what alright, I need to breathe. My goldfish brain is like, anytime I just open my mouth, I forget the thing that I said. Oh, we need Twitter. That's why I forget, because Twitter sucks. Let's see. The problem is it would be 2 a.m. for someone. Yeah, so it's hard to keep everybody in mind, because there's awesome people all around the world. Like, I feel like early in the morning is a good spot. Because even like Adobe Live, you know, that first segment that I host, the contrast doesn't seem very accessible. My friend, let's look. Tom says I was watching my Twitch streamer till like 1. Oh, who's the streamer? Well, let's check Renan. We'll see. We'll learn something together. Haha. Where's start? I don't understand why it won't let me do that. We'll bring them up just a little bit. And by the way, we can we'll just steal what they got. Because if it's accessible for them, it's accessible for us. I have no idea what colors they decided to use. He said, yeah, just replied on, what's it called? And accessibility, we can worry about that later. This is just for, we just trying to build something right now. I'm gonna bring this in. Group this, I'm gonna center this. I'm also going to underline this stuff. All right, and now, I'm gonna bring that up, and I need to make a button. Just gonna go here, because this is where our video is gonna go. Center, no. All right, this is what I'm gonna do here. This is gonna go up here, copy, paste. Hey, what's going on, Sean? What's happening, my dude? How's your day so far? I think these game sites are not very accessible. However, I don't know how people with low vision would play such a game. I don't know, my friend. There's ways. They have some sort of accessibility built into their games in regards to color blindness. They have some ways of doing it. What did I just turn off and what did I just turn on? Let me turn that off. Let me turn this off. There's a little bit of a space here that I don't like. And the thing is that even though we want to make things accessible, not everything is going to be accessible regardless of how hard we try. So we can try for everyone, but the thing is, you know, it has to be at least built for a majority of some kind. Not saying to leave out the minorities. It's important to keep everybody in mind, but it's also like, to what extent? What does our budget and constraints look like in regards to impacting at least somebody the most? You know what I mean? Because if you try to, it's just very hard. It's like a slippery slope. Like, who do you want to impact? How much do you want it to impact them? And how much it's going to cost to impact those individuals majorly, you know? Because if you try to, I don't want to even say it like that. In the attempt to help everyone, there's going to be a lot of things that, in the minorities of everyone, not everyone will like the things that are built. So that it gets really sticky. But if you have a solution on how to fix things of that nature, that's where you can make a lot of money. Because that's what's important. It's just like, how can we do all of these things at the best possible caliber? You know, that's always the question. It's not that, you know, people are like, oh, let's not think about accessibility. I don't think that's it at all. I think it's just a very challenging. It's a very challenging challenge. All right, Tom. See you later. Hit me up if you want some quality video editing. All right, dog. Wait, don't. I'll look. If you sent me your rates and stuff already, for sure. All right, let's see. We're gonna move that up. We're gonna move this to about there. We're gonna move all this stuff up. And we're gonna take this block, we're gonna center this here. All right, play for free. We're gonna take our blue, take that border off, play for the free. We can use tags on codes and name the images, right? I mean, yeah, you can do that, but like, how well does doing that? Like, that's like a bare minimum. That really should just be in there. But that's like, how, like, that's like ground zero. Like, that's just expected. That happens pretty much for, at least for all the sites that I've worked on. It's very much required. If you have a large, like working with Hilton, working with companies with sites that large, those are things that are already thought of for the site build, because you have many different people trying to travel. It's not just one type of person. Hey, what's going on, Vicus? Glad you can make it, man. You've been so busy. All right, let's see what we did over here. So we have 12. We did, I'm gonna add some separation in this. It's like 35. I can feel myself moving forward. That's not good. That's why my neck has been jacked up. My neck has really been fighting me this week. It's not been comfortable. Alright. So we got our play for free. Make sure this is, alright, we got 20. I think this is centered. All right, cool. Now I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna take out the fill. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna scale this in just a little bit. All right. All right, let's leave this here. All right, now we can start doing some of our animations and stuff. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna duplicate this screen here. Excuse me. Reverb says, we're closing in on Christmas season. Many companies' Xmas logos aren't visible to many people who are... Like, oh, that's so messed up. In my mind, I was just like, yo, because it is Christmas time, just like during the December or, you know, Christmas season, just like everybody's logo is just like green and red, and everybody's just like, where the hell am I? Everybody who's colorblind is just like, we don't know where we're at. Oh, God. That was really wrong. Okay. I'm going to I'm gonna kind of create like the before and after. All right, so I moved this in. I kind of want to take this that blue border away really quick. All right, I just want to get everything. We'll start off with that. Yeah, Shaylee, ask a question. Guys, if you have a question at all, guys, this is an open forum. This is, I'm chilling. You know, I want to have fun with you guys. If you guys at all have a question, you want to say something that you think is absolutely absurd, this is a free, unless it's like super absurd, but regardless, I'll still entertain it. You know, we're all family here, and I really appreciate that you guys are here, and the fact that you guys are here, I just want to have a conversation. So open it up. That's what the Game Changers family is about, you know? asking questions, having fun. All right, so I think this is what we're gonna do. Add a couple finishing touches here. I might also just do whatever this is. Let's just wait at 25. I did not start from wireframing. I just went in. Wireframing, you know, I kind of felt my way through this. I kind of was placing, I already had my assets and I was like, well, I kind of know where things are gonna go. So in my mind, I wireframed and I just started piecing together things. Like this is, I guess, probably the most I did in terms of wireframing, but all wireframing is basically sketching. But I already kind of had in my mind how I wanted to execute this. And so we didn't spend too much in that regard. But I think people take wireframing like too seriously, like it's a law or a rule. It really is just no different than sketching. I think anything like, okay, where it matters if you're working with a client and you're trying to really just have a conversation about, hey, before we get into the nitty-gritty of design, of like really spending time, it's really important to just communicate to you guys where we're planning on placing these things and in explaining our reasons and methodology behind deciding why these things should go there. That's when it's extremely important. But for practice, you know, that's what we're doing here. We're just practicing. And I'm gonna try a few, you know, we're trying a few different things here. I'm gonna go back here. There's one last asset I would like to get before we turn this to a site. Legends wallpaper. See, people make some dope art, man, of like all the other characters. Yeah, that, you know, adding context to what Mike said. Why make extra steps when you don't need them? In this case, we didn't need the extra steps. We're just going into practice. But in a real world scenario, when there's decisions, it's saving you time. If you're working with a client and you spend all this time rushing into design and you haven't talked with them about the direction you're going and what you're thinking, if you just finish the design and then you talk to the client and you're like, hey, this is what I have, they're gonna be like, well, why? So it's wireframing has its place, and it's when working with a client or somebody who you have to make decisions with. So it's more step by step. But if you're working on your own stuff, you know, just think of it as sketching. And I hope that, yeah, it definitely, it can get boring, but it's definitely, the use of it is very important for client work. So you can bring your customer along with you in regards to your thinking of how you're doing stuff. So it's a very important tool for client work. I don't know why. Why are all the wallpapers like vertical? Yeah, 1920 by 1080. Let's get this. What is this? Freehand ink? I might have to buy this. All right, ADD aside. I'm just trying to find a background image I can use. Oh, sweet. That's what I was looking for. Let me pull my mans out. Let me pull this in. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take this into Photoshop, and I'm gonna take some colors here. I'm gonna put this, is that not that color? No, here. I'm gonna input our color here. We're gonna go to this file layer here. We're gonna go to color. See, so what I did was, this was the color, and obviously it was not looking too good here. So what I did is I just went in here, overlaid the color that is on the artboard here. I saved it, and now we have like the actual image that fits within the design. Now there's still some hard edges, and what I'm gonna do here, I'll show you guys in a second. I just gotta push this back slowly in the layers. Still pushing back. Huh, that's weird. That's interesting. All right, so I'm gonna take this out. I'm gonna bring all this stuff here. I'm gonna bring it to the very top and paste this. Bring it to the bottom and pull it up slowly. Oh. And now I'm gonna kind of make another layer and just I basically like masked it. There we go, so it doesn't bump into this top layer stuff here. Now what I am going to do is I'm gonna turn down the opacity. Just like that, there you go. I wish I found that the other day. Renan says, or let's see, designs by Ricky, wireframing is good, but only do it when you need to do it. Client situations. Sometimes clients don't understand wireframes. I once had a client say, why is it gray? My brand is blue. Well, see, that's like why you have to really explain to a customer your process. And the process is, hey, when you work with me, these are the steps that we're going to be doing. Let's actually talk about this really quick. This is important for just client communications. When you're working with a client, you really have to have them understand like how you're going to work with them and what it is that you're going to build for them. So you say, hey, like even in the beginning of conversations, hey, I really like what you're doing. You know, I'm really excited to work with you, blah, blah, blah. Let's talk about the process in which we'll work together with. The first step is having a conversation of what exactly needs to be built. Cool, once we realize what needs to be built, then the next step is we're going to roughly put together what we believe from all of the insights and everything we talked about in our first conversation of what are your pain points, what you'd like to have built, what problems we need to solve, and what you have done that was successful and what you've tried that wasn't successful, so that we kind of figure out a way to not touch the things that you already tried and haven't done or that didn't work well, and let's stick with what you are wanting to build on, what you have tried, and let's keep going down that road. But the first part to make sure we're on the same page is to start off by basically drafting or sketching ways that we believe with our skill set can help you go down that path. And that first step is wireframing, just so we don't spend a whole bunch of time and we don't bill you a whole bunch of hours to run down into a rabbit hole for something that you're not even gonna like. So our first step is wireframing. And in the wireframe phase, this is what you can expect. It's very much just a draft version of where we're going to put all of your content. But you see how long, and there's even, like, you just really have to prepare your customer, your client, what steps you're gonna take them through. You can't just say, hey, awesome, we're gonna do this work. First step, hey, I've done the first step of design. Here's the wireframe. Here's where things are gonna go. They're gonna be like, why is it gray? This is not my website. You really have to like communicate what step 1 is gonna look like, having a conversation. What step 2 is gonna look like, and what they can expect, and what they're gonna get out of that. What step 3 is. Once you guys, agree on all of the content that should be on this page, we're then gonna go for another step forward and start designing what is actually within that wireframe. So I hope that kind of clears some stuff up for you guys. Shaylee says, right. Vika says, guys, you should definitely check out Product Hunt website. Very resourceful. Hey, what's going on, Garrett? Good morning, my friend. Reverb says, I talk with my clients and should have worked out what's going to happen. They're not my 8th grade math teacher. They don't need to see every step of my work. They're busy people. For me, a user flow on Whimsical is better to approve. I don't know what you guys mean by that. But it's always better to over-communicate than to under-communicate. The more that I explain the process, the easier and the more that my clients trust me in what it is that I'm trying to do. All right, I think I wanted to find like one more. Assets always take like the longest to find, man. Is Whimsical like a user flow? But a user flow, like how do they know how the website is going to operate from a user flow? Hey, what's going on, Cesar? What's going on? Welcome to the chat. How are you doing this morning, this afternoon, this evening? What's going on your side of the world? We are currently trying to find a background image for our League of Legends website, and it's proving quite challenging finding something like that's simple and still like pretty cool. Because they're bringing in like Goku in this conversation. I'm just like, why? I know user flow over wireframes, but how are we communicating that to we have to think in terms of the business person. Are they gonna understand the user flow? Because that's a designer's tool. Like that's not for them to be able to understand. You have to, or we have to like explain those things, and that's why the micro level of a user, or not a user flow, but those things are needed, but also getting into the nitty-gritty. To them, they're buying a website. To them, they're like, what in the world is a sitemap? What in the world is a user flow? Did I just pick iPhone? I just showed the closest design to the final product. But let me ask you this. How much are you charging for your client projects? Because I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna let you answer first. Because that process that you're talking about doesn't typically work with $10,000, $5,000 projects. Cesar, this morning I started working. I love those neon pink violets. It's so visually pleasing. Yeah, the violets are really... Thank you. I'm glad you dig them. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to find like a... Vic, is also the Game Changers Discord is life-changing. Indeed it is. And if you guys haven't already, guys, I really appreciate it if you could like this video. And also, if you guys are on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and also hit that like button. Cesara, we have some people, we have Ricky in the chat says someone said the F word. We don't use the F word here. We don't use the fi. We don't use that. We use Adobe XD here. But regardless, you're part of the UI UX family, so that means you are a game changer. Yeah, guys, I've been scrolling for like decades and I can't find a good, what is this? This Cho'Gath? Ugh. Okay, nope. Shaco is underrated. Alright. Alright, we're done looking for images. We're gonna just keep it as is. Renan says, I'm an employee, I'm the only designer at the team, they just want the final design. That makes sense, but when you're, that's why I was like, what you're talking about, like step-by-step wise, you're trying to add the test and research step. That's really good. See, that's the, like, you're trying to educate them and tell them, hey, there's other parts that are really important to the stages of this. And I think that's really good of you, of trying to like educate why those steps are also important. But yeah, a lot of companies are just like, hey, can we get the design? But the thing is that the design doesn't really matter if the strategy behind the design as to like, how are we going to get you more customers? How are we going to increase the bottom line with design in mind? Like, none of that is actually talked about. So what is the design actually going to do for you? Nothing, if you're just going to get the final design. All right, well, let's actually make this a coded thing now. So let's go to our Anima plugins. We're just going to, first off, we're going to preview in browser. We're going to make a new project. Shaco site team. We're going to do personal create. Mike says, when I run out of ideas, I like to look at designinspiration.com. That's a really good site too, my friend. Vanina, the S word, the S, guys. Y'all having me today in the chat. Vanina, we use XD for all projects. All projects. Hashtag sponsored. Oh, I was trying to, hold on, let me see if this works. Oh, I guess I don't have this set it up. We only use Adobe XD. Okay. Let's see. All right, I think it was loading in our browser, so we're previewing. I think I had it up. Oh, it didn't come up. All right, we're gonna open. Let's see what happens here. XD is better than them all. Sketch is dying. like the only way that it survives is by people making 3D plugins, or not 3D, by making plugins, third-party plugins. All right, it is building our prototype here. Ricky is like, no. Alright, so let's see. Oh man, that sucks. So it doesn't take the blurred. And it doesn't take our bold. Alright, so it didn't take our bold. And didn't take it here. And what's also really interesting is that it did not take the blur setting here, which is interesting. So I don't think we're gonna actually, we're not gonna be able to do the full sight of this here, but what we will do is we're gonna animate this. I'm super excited to just, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna animate it in Adobe XD. And so to start that, we are going to see, how should we have this? So this is where things will end up. All right, first let me go ahead and group all this. I'm gonna do a time check. All right, we got about 30 minutes. Bring this up to our line here. Also duplicate this. That's our first. So we're gonna start here, and what's gonna happen, let me pull that down, is we are going to have this come in. Okay. Pull this down. 0, 0. Same thing with this stuff here. Bring this down to 0. Bring this down, 0. I'm gonna pull this out here to the edges. And I'll show you guys what I'm doing. We're basically creating the states of, or the before and after states of where all this stuff is going. Boom, opacity 0, and we're gonna just take this entire menu really quick. We're gonna group everything. I think we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna grab everything like that. Deselect the background here, deselect our Shaco thing. We're gonna just group that, and we're gonna have it drop down. Let's start looking at that. And is Anima production ready? It is. So here's the thing. It is not production code. It is 100% clean code for everything. However, there are some things like there's new features in Adobe XD that can't be read by Adobe by Anima. So for example, like 3D transform in Anima. That is a whole new thing that Anima is like, what is going on? There hasn't been infrastructure to be able to read that new feature of XD and put it into code. Same thing with this frosted, this frosted background. Just like I showed you guys another project in Anima. Oh wait, why is it showing it now? Hold on, let me try this again. Let me do this. Let's try it again. Oh wait, hold up. Doing the wrong one, cancel. Let's do this one. Garrett said, remember kids, if your work is fun, you never work a day in your life. Vanina says, I like all the tools though. This is great. A lot of plugins. XD has a lot of nice animations and prototyping tools. I don't know. I just like XD. Alright, let me sync this to a project. Let's see what happens here. Because it is production ready, but there are, like I said, there are some things that might not come through. And I wonder if this is just because, like, the fonts that I've downloaded are just... Yeah, this is all the way over here. And I wonder if It's because like all these new settings are new to XD, and Anima might not have had the time to code that. So I'm using a lot of new features and things in XD that might be throwing off Anima, but from the last project that I did with you guys, which is what I wanted to show you guys. Actually, was this one that we did? I think this was a very simple one that we did. Like this was one that we did together in Anima during one of our, whatchamacallits? During one of our morning sessions. This was a pretty easy landing page to make. We have our view menu, we have everything else. Everything else like animates in really nicely. Some of the things didn't curl, and I am still talking with the team as to why some of the text boxes aren't curling, but I'm pretty sure I definitely used like some new feature in XD that wasn't being read well. But you can always go into like, let's see. If I wanted to see what was going on in here, I honestly, like this is the type of code that it pumps out. It's super clean. Has CSS along with it. We have our buttons. Very nicely done. You have classes. It's really, to be honest with you, it's really clean. So I would definitely check it out. But there are the new, because Adobe XD updates so often, Anima has to accommodate for all the new features that are coming out. And me using all the new features is not helping my case with Anima because I'm using all the new stuff and Anima hasn't made things for that. Jessica's asking, has anyone gone this year's Adobe Max? Any sessions good to watch? Jess, all of them. They're absolutely, they're just really cool. What's it called? My favorite one, or my favorite ones were the individuals talking about 3D. Where's our other artboards? Here we go. Just the 3D landscape and where AR is going to be going. Alright, so we have, let's play this. We're going to do a time trigger. We're going to do a auto animate. We're going to do snap and 1 second. Wait, we're going to do a delay. Hold up. Delay of 0.8. Play that one more time. I'm gonna just press this will be our button that returns here so I can actually see what's happening. Oh, where's the logo coming from? Hold up. Y'all see that? Like there was a logo like flying. That was interesting. It was this one. Let me go ahead and change the name of this because I bet that's what the problem is. League 1. And now what we can do is we can have a whole scrolling moment. We can take all of this, pretend we're scrolling. Or wait, let's see. Scroll here. And we will, how do we want to do this? Take this. We will down them just like, I want to scale these down. That's 73. Let's copy these. And that kind of sucks because I wanted to show you guys the, what I was going to do is I was going to make this entire thing in Anima, and the boxes that I had for the video, I was going to actually import and show you guys how you can use Anima to bring in video. Just like, oh, that's what I keep forgetting to show you guys. Valorant. This one, you guys, I believe the most of you guys, this was one of the things that we built live with you guys on live stream one day. We built all of this is live, all the text is awesome. Boom, boom, boom. Everything animates as it should. We have our video embeds here. And we even have our like background video stuff here. And again, I think we did this in about a few months time. If you guys, not a few, we did this in like hours. If you guys want to see the tutorial of how that was done, you guys missed it, definitely check out. Let's go to bow bow. I did a video on it recently. Here we go. If you guys want to check this out, I will put it in the chat. And I'll also put this on our YouTube. Hey, what's going on, guys? On YouTube, we have Kaval, we have Kyle Mack, my man in the YouTube. But yeah, guys, if you're interested in learning how to do this really cool stuff in Adobe XD, or in Anima, like this is what we created within just a couple of hours with the use of Adobe XD and Anima. Alright, let me do a time check here. Alright. Scale this. Scale this. Scale all this stuff down. Pull this off to the side here. Scale that down. I'm going to turn all these opacity down. Same thing with these. And I'm just going to move this back. Back and then this back, and I'll show you guys why I'm doing that. Turn these all down, opacity, and opacity with these two I will also put down. Oh, let me get that stretch real quick. And I'm going to, let's just scale this opacity down. I'm going to scale this down a little bit too. No, I'm just going to turn the opacity down. And my man is just going to come out the cut right here. And, okay. So I want you guys to see what I've done here. I know you guys are probably in the chat like, what is going on? So we're gonna go ahead and prototype. We're gonna push. We're gonna do a time version. So we have. Let's see. This is gonna go to this. Boom. We're gonna go from this to here. Time trigger, we're gonna do snap, and then it will have a little bit of a delay. Perfect. And then it will go to the next. We're gonna do a 1 minute or 1 second delay, and then it will go here. So let's check this out. I'm gonna move this to a 1 second delay too. Let's check it out. So boom. All right, that was fucking weird. All right, let's restart. Y'all see that logo fly? What is happening right there? All right, let's fix that. Let's go in the group here. Oh, first off, let's bring this down. What is this called? League header. They also keep all the live videos on here on Beyonce. Guys, welcome to my channel on Beyonce. Wait, who said that? Mike, that is going to be our inside joke from now on. That mess is hilarious. Guys, I am a streamer here on Beyonce. Please welcome. Oh, that shit is good. It was so good I forgot the name of the freaking thing. This was league header. We're gonna copy that. We're gonna name this thing here that too. So there's not any weird. Alright, let's try that again. Boom. I see. So the reason why it showed and then disappeared is because down here, all of this stuff is showing. And we don't want it to. Let me do another time check because I gotta run here in a few seconds. Let's turn that opacity down. Bring that here. Bring this down. 0 opacity. Bring this up. 0 opacity. Bring this up to 0 opacity. We're also going to try to bring these in. Put this down. All right. And this is just like where we're going back and forth, testing out our animations to see what's going on. So boom. Oh wait. I messed that up. Yeah, but this is where we got. This is where it's like the back and forth of trying out to see what's going on our animation. There was I guarantee you, it's probably because I grouped some things in Adobe XD. Is like, what are you doing? Naming layers is super important, and the way that I animated, I grouped some things that shouldn't have been grouped here, while things here. Yeah, so I'll have to go back and forth. And guys, we can do that Monday. Because Monday, here's the thing. On Monday, and I'm gonna switch here because we have some great. I love the Beyonce joke, man. Before Behance was a thing, Google would always suggest Beyonce in the search results in the early days. That's freaking hilarious. Hey, what's going on, Kirby? It's been a while, man. You came at the tail end of our session here, dude.
Yeah, I figured it was just imagine Beyonce talking about 3D. Man, she would just talk about the 3D bounce in her hair, and that's it. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed what we have here today. We didn't get to go over every small thing that I wanted to with the animation. Again, talked a little too much, but I hope you guys had an amazing time, regardless if you're on Behance and YouTube. But we are not done with this project. I want to show you guys how the full animation of this should be, and I want to be able to show you some of the cool new features of 3D Transform in this project. So look out for that on Monday. And if you haven't already, guys, please join our Discord. We have an amazing community there. The majority of you guys who are in the chat are already there. You guys are so welcoming, so awesome, and very intelligent. I'm just glad to be surrounded by you guys. All right, guys. So on Monday, we are going to reveal the winners of challenge number 2. If you haven't already, take today, the weekend, just to do a small screen page visual or animation of a dashboard of your favorite product, or your favorite product or brand. So with that said, guys, I am out. I had to run to a student meeting. On the upside, guys, I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I'll see you guys on the Discord, and I can't wait to see what you guys have for our competition on Monday. All right, guys, have a great weekend. I want to thank all of you guys. Jebby says, please send me a link which you Darth movie app like Netflix. I don't know, but I'm assuming you want to have a link for an app that is like Netflix. If you want to create something like that, that would be awesome. But Tom, thank you. Mike, thank you. Garrett, thank you. Kirby, thank you so much for showing up. Vanina, thank you so much. Cesara, thank you again for the Beyonce joke. So good. Kyle out here saying the F word every 5 minutes. Jessica, thank you for coming. Ricky, Renan, Vicus, thank you for showing up, man. I know you've been busy. We had so many people. Kyle, Fergie was in here at some point. Renan, I love you all. I appreciate it. We had Shay Lee. Thank you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. All right, guys, your boy Brandon Groce, your favorite designer, hype beast, and content creator for the Adobe XD platform, is out. Have a great weekend, and talk to you guys soon. Peace.